All right, it's a few minutes early, but as you see, it is Sarah here, Get Haunted, Paranormally Blonde. I have another blonde with me tonight. Welcome, Danny.
Thank you. How are you tonight, Sarah?
I'm so good. We're so giddy. Guys, this is a really big night. This is a big night for Get Haunted. It's a big night for me personally. I don't think I would have ever guessed that I would ever get to host a live at a location quite this iconic, quite this big. And I get to do it with my two besties, with Danny and with Rob and some of the Get Haunted crew, Lori and Kevin. So super excited. But before we get started, we wanted to say hello to all of you on the side and get you guys a little prepared because there's a couple treats thrown in here. Just to let you know, Get Haunted has yet to step foot into the museum. So this is going to be very organic. You're going to see reactions in real time. And Danny and I will kind of make ourselves either, I'll pop us off screen when we're on there, or we'll go off to the side and make them a little bit bigger because that's what you guys are here to see. Danny, how are you feeling about this?
A huge range of emotion. This is such a huge honor. And just to know that we've been invited to come to this location and just to do the walkthrough, and it's huge. I'm so excited. I don't even know how to express how excited and how honored, and just the fact that we have this opportunity is huge. I'm so grateful.
Huge. Yeah. It's so huge. All right, I think I got the thumbs up. Let's bring them up and see. Not ignoring you guys. Are we ready? I did. I got the thumbs up. There they are.
We are now live.
We are live. Welcome, everybody. Everybody on the side. Here we are.
And I know you guys were down in West Virginia with them, right? Wade and Dan. Did investigation at the West Virginia, what was it? Nurses College?
Old hospital on College Hill. Yeah.
Okay, Williamson. And you had some pretty wild events happening there. But what I want to show Rob and Lori right away is I know you're dying to see it, and your guests are probably dying to see Annabelle.
Yeah.
This is the real Annabelle doll. You have another one? Before we even talk about it, I want you guys to get a blessing or bless yourselves. Do you know how to bless yourself, Lori?
Just go ahead.
And if your heart believes, it's all good. So this is the protection. You know, holy water is like poison. It's like throwing acid on a demonic. They don't like it. So anything we can do to avert that, I'm trying to attach for good. So we want to see the Annabelle doll, the real one, right?
Yes,
that's right.
People have said recently even that's a copy. That's not the real doll. There's 2 or 3 of them. No, there's one of them. And this is it. This is the one that Ed Warren took out of the apartment that the nurses owned in Hartford, Connecticut, about 1970. This is the actual Annabelle doll. It's about 2.5 feet high if you stood it up. But we don't stand it up because it sits in the case, and we don't take it out and try to measure it. You know what I mean? It is the real doll. If you don't want to believe it, don't believe it. But it's the real doll. Here, come on in. And don't touch anything, please, while you're here.
No, no problem.
Before
Did you hear that? Don't touch anything.
No, I'm not
proof.
touching anything.
This is proof right here. The nurses
Turn the light on for
turn the light in.
I got
Flash light. Here are the nurses
with the doll.
with the doll.
It's got a little bracelet on its arm there. You can see it in the picture. And you'll see it on the doll, too. This is the actual Annabelle doll. People try to make perspective, like, what's the size of the doll? It looks different size. No, it's the same size doll, but it's just the way the photography is and the angle is.
And people usually say, "Oh, well, where's the proof that these nurses really had this doll?" The proof's right here.
I got a letter. I got a letter from the nurse talking about the doll and about how it can take the doll back with him. Come on over here, guys. Follow me this way. After I show you the doll, Dan's going to walk everybody through the different artifacts in the museum.
Okay.
But this is the real Annabelle doll. And if you look close, Rob, you'll see that bracelet on her. I'll show you. You can see the bracelet on her. It says Anna.
Oh, yeah.
They couldn't get one that said Annabelle after they found out the name. But I'll give you a quick rundown of the story of Annabelle. It's not like the movie Annabelle. the movie Annabelle is basically made up, and Annabelle 2 is made up, or creation. And Annabelle Comes Home has some truth to it. The beginning is true when Ed took the doll home. But, you know, it's inspired by true events, but all movies are entertainment pieces. They're not documentaries. They're made to entertain, to scare. That's what a horror movie is, right? So they make it as scary as they can. But the reality is, this doll was given to a nurse in Hartford, Connecticut, excuse me, about 1970. And there was two nurses that lived together, and they were both nurses at Hartford Hospital. But one nurse, Donna, got the doll from her mom, who bought it in the thrift store. What's the history of the doll? We don't know. All we know is she bought it in the thrift store. And she had the doll with her and carried it around just like any woman would. She's about 28. But, you know, women like dolls, just like men like cars, will say. Women like dolls. And so she carried it around with her, and her mother knew she liked dolls, that's why she gave it to her for a birthday present. She used to carry it all over, take it to the breakfast nook with her, and when they had breakfast, talk to her, like, hey, you want some orange juice? Just, you know, kid stuff like. But one time they had the doll on the couch. They came home from their shift at Hartford Hospital, and the doll was in the bedroom, not in the couch. And the doors were locked. Didn't look like anybody'd been there. They blew that off. But it happened again when she had it on the couch, legs crossed. They left, come home, the legs are not uncrossed. So now she's saying, we know nobody's been in here, but maybe the superintendent is playing a trick on us. He's a young man. Maybe he's trying to play a joke on us, and he's coming in here with the key and he's changing stuff. So she put some tape on the bottom of the door. She put the rug a certain way in the entranceway, knowing that if that tape was broken and the rug moved a little bit, someone was in the house. They went to their shift. The doll was on the couch. They went to their shift. They come home. Nothing's disturbed. The doll's no longer on the couch. It's in the bedroom again. And one time, now they're getting freaked out a little. At one time, there was a note on parchment paper that was written in crayon that said, help me. And they were perplexed because there was no parchment paper in the house that they knew of. There's no crayons. There's no kids in the house. So they were really disturbed by this, but they kind of blew that off a little bit. She's like, well, I don't know what to do. One day, the doll was at the breakfast nook with them, sitting next to Donna. While they're talking, having breakfast, those two flimsy arms raised up onto the breakfast nook like this, levitated onto the boom. Now they're freaked out a little bit, but not scared. They're more intrigued, but they're freaked. And one nurse says to Donna, hey, you know what? She's probably trying to tell us something. Why don't we get a psychic and find out what she wants? That's what they said. They did know a psychic. They got the psychic to come and have a seance that night. They all sat around the table, and the psychic said, oh, yeah, I'm picking up the spirit of a young girl. She's outside your apartment. She was killed in a car accident. I'm picking up the spirit of this girl, about 7 years old. Her name is Annabelle, and she's in your doll. That's what she told Donna and the other nurse. Now, that's not true. A human spirit cannot occupy a chair, a kitchen table, a doll. God doesn't allow that. Because if he did, then you could talk to your grandmother who might be in the chair. It's not, but a demonic entity can attach itself to an inanimate object because they were never anything that was human. So now they get that in their head that this is a real doll, a real spirit in the doll named Annabelle, a little girl. And they're really treating her like a girl. They bought her that bracelet that said Anna. And they couldn't find Annabelle, but they found Anna. So they did that. Nothing was bad, nothing was wrong at the time until Lou, who was the fiance of Donna, he stayed over a lot. He was sleeping on the couch. Annabelle's on the other side of the couch. He wakes up with a start, sweaty. He jumps up and he's like, he's breathing really heavy. And Donna's like, what happened? What's the matter, Lou? And he's like, I had the worst nightmare in the world. I had a nightmare that this stupid doll was crawling up my leg and she got to my neck and she started to strangle me to death. So he's sweaty. He takes the doll off the couch, hit that end of the couch, picks it up, throws it across the room, lands on the floor, and he says, that's just a Raggedy Ann doll, and that can't hurt anyone. When he said that, 7 psychic slashes appeared on his chest and on his stomach. 4 on the chest, 3 on the stomach, like someone took a scalpel and just went through his t-shirt. You can see the blood oozing out of each slice. Now the girls are freaked out. They're figuring themselves, this cannot be a 6-year-old or 7-year-old girl spirit of a human in a doll. Now they're really scared. They call an Episcopal priest in Hartford. He says, you know what, girls, I don't know what to tell you. I don't deal with that stuff. Why don't you call Ed Warren? He knows all about it. And they did. They called Ed. That's when Ed and Lorraine came to that apartment and talked to the girls, interviewed them, just like in the movie, interviewed them. But they did perform an exorcism of the house. He had a priest come in, Ed had a priest come in and do an exorcism to free that place of the evil. And the girls said, well, Mr. Warren, we don't want that doll. What should we do with it? Ed says, don't worry, girls, I'll take it off your hands. And he did. He took the doll, wrapped it in a cloth, put it in the back of the car, and drove home with Lorraine. On the way home, though, the car was jerking all over the road. It was a good car, brand new. And it's jerking, trying to stall out. He had to start it up a few times. He pulls over the side of the road, takes out some holy water, and sprinkles it on the back seat of the doll. And he blesses it like this. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Gets home and puts the doll away. Not in a case at the time, in the corner in a chair. Here with a little rope in front of it. So everything was okay for a little while. One day, a Catholic priest named Father Bill calls up Lorraine. He's a friend of hers. He says, Lorraine, can I come over and show you my brand new car that I bought? Come on over, Father. We'll have lunch. So he came over, Father Bill, and they had lunch together, and Ed was here. And after the lunch, he looks at Ed and says, hey, Ed, can I see that doll that puts slashes on people? He says, come on down, Father, I'll show you. But don't touch anything. He always used to warn everybody, don't touch anything, because this is the opposite of something holy, something blessed. It's the opposite. They come down. Ed starts to show them everything. They get to the doll in the corner on a chair. And as Ed starts to get to the part with Lou and the slash marks, I guess that's probably like a trigger point, because what did the priest do? Just like Lou did. He picked up the doll over the yellow rope, picks it up, throws it across the room before Ed can respond. He says, God is more powerful than any devil or demon. Ed looks at Father Bill and says, Father, I told you not to touch the doll. That wasn't right. You shouldn't have done that. I don't care. God is more powerful than any devil or demon. He looks at the priest and he says, you're right, Father. God is more powerful than any devil or demon. But no human being is. No priest is. That's something that never walked the face of the earth. You shouldn't have done it. The priest didn't want to know. They go back upstairs. Everything's okay, though, with the priest. And talks to Lorraine a little bit more. Then he gets in his car and he goes home to Hartford on Interstate 84. The priest never made it home to the rectory that night. His car went out of control and went sideswiped the tractor trailer and was totaled. The priest was injured, not killed, though, not killed. 3 days later, he calls Ed up crying on the phone, sobbing. Ed says, what's the matter, Father? First thing out of the priest's mouth is, you were right, Ed. I shouldn't have touched the doll. Why? Why do you say that, Father? Why do you say that? The last thing I could recall before the crash was I looked in the rear view mirror and saw the image of that doll, and it went out of control and hit the tractor trailer.
Aha.
Yeah. So that's what was that?
Thanks, Dan.
So you laugh. I've had that happen though, where the voice came from nowhere when I was doing a video here. And so that's not the end though. A man came on a motorcycle, and a young man, about 20, with his girlfriend, and Ed was giving a small tour, maybe about 12 people, college kids. He used to charge like $12 a person. He'd give a 2-hour tour though, in his presentation. And during the presentation, the doll was not in a case though. Ed kind of learned his lesson. And the doll's in a case, and almost the same thing. When he gets to the part about the slash marks, this kid on a motorcycle with who came with his girlfriend, runs up to the glass, starts banging on the glass with his fingers and says, this is a bunch of bullshit. If that doll can put slashes on anybody, do it to me now. Now, what did he do? He challenged the unknown. He challenged something he knows nothing about. He doesn't know if it's real or fake, right? But still, he challenges it and says, hey, look, you and your girlfriend, you got to go. I thought I told you guys, you can't do that in here. Get out. And the kid's leaving with his girlfriend smirking. If you guys believe this horse shit, this is a bunch of bull. He leaves. 3 hours later, we found out the kid died on the motorcycle. And we know what happened because the girl didn't die. She was in the hospital for almost a year. And her recounting was that the last thing she could remember was they were laughing about and joking about the doll when this young man lost control of the bike straight into a tree head on and was killed instantly. So what's the theme? What's this moral of this whole thing? Was it Annabelle? I don't know. I could never say 100% for sure it was Annabelle or not Annabelle. But why? Why would you challenge the unknown? And what I mean is, you don't know if it's real or fake, right? It's like if I handed Rob a revolver and I said, don't worry, Rob, I used to be a cop. Don't worry about it. It's unloaded. Here. And I hand him the gun. I said, hey, Rob, do me a favor. Put the gun in your head and pull the trigger just to prove to you that I'm not lying to you. Pull the trigger. There's nothing in the gun. Don't worry about it. Rob goes, boom, because there's one round in there and I didn't tell him because I'm evil, right? And I kill Rob because he thought he knew better, right? He knew better than anybody else. Don't worry, he's trusted, right? You can't do that. It's like playing Russian roulette when you say, do something to me, because it doesn't have to come right this instant. It can come in a week. It can come in a month. It can come in 6 months. And also, it doesn't have to come just to you. The demonic is insidious. They like to cause chaos, havoc, and destruction. It doesn't have to be just to you. You invited it in now. Now it's going to do something to your mother, father, family. So your sister gets in a car accident 2 weeks after you said that about the doll. You're not going to attribute it to what you said. Right. But that's a warning to you. Like, see, don't mess with me because I'll come when I want to. How do you know? If you stay away from it, you won't have to worry about it. People always say, like, oh, I want to see a ghost. I want to do this. But you never challenge. You can see a ghost, but don't challenge it. Once you challenge, or to me, it's inviting it in. If I said, do something to me now, I'm challenging it to do something to me now or anytime, right? So you got to suffer the consequences. There's always a consequence to your actions. So with that, I think, Dan, you want to take over and maybe talk about the case, how you built it, maybe about the motorcycle incident.
So are you heading out right now?
Yeah, I'm going to leave, guys. So
Thank you.
So, Rob, thank you very much.
Thank you,
everybody.
Thank you. So nice seeing you again.
And everybody who's watching tonight, I appreciate it. We're going to be doing a Phantasma-Con on October 28th in Mohegan Sun. You guys coming, right?
Oh, we're there.
We have 2 tables.
We have 2 tables. We're good.
2 tables. And we're going to bring a lot of the important artifacts, including Annabelle, to the museum in this travel case. And Dan will tell you a little bit about it.
Yeah.
And other objects that Dan will talk to you about: satanic idol, the shadow doll, the crocodile, the movie doll, and other items. And we want you there. To get tickets, it'd be nespr.ticketbud.com. N like in Nancy, E like in Edward, S like in Sam, P like in Peter, R like in Robert. NESPR, New England Society for Psychic Research. nespr.ticketbud.com for information and to get tickets. And it's going to be a great event. Last year we had like 6,000 people, right, Dan? Over 6,000 people.
That, yeah.
But we're going to have a lot. Dan will tell you the celebrities that are coming, the paranormal celebs that are coming, and the museum display, and a paranormal magician will be there, Dave Merlin, going to put on a magic show, and over 150 vendors, right? Over 100. So Dan, when he talks, he'll tell you also, remind them about the celebs too.
Yeah.
So guys, here's Dan Rivera.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Thanks again, Tony. We don't have words for the amount of gratitude we have for allowing us.
All right, great. Now, and guys, do me a favor too. Subscribe to Get Haunted's YouTube channel.
Oh,
thank you.
no, we got to give Tony a shirt.
Yeah, we'll get him a shirt.
Right now. Thanks again, Tony.
Thanks.
All right.
right,
Let's
so-
flip this thing around for 1 second. Go ahead. I don't have words really for the feeling. So we kind of rushed into this, right? Came in, and then we were just boom. We're in front of Annabelle, and I've met her before last year at the Paracon, but this is different. This is different. She's right here. We're in her
We're in her home.
playground. It's pretty interesting, guys. So Dan is going to give us. We're going to go a little more in depth with Dan here on the keys and whatever else he wants to talk about. But this is our friend Dan wearing his own Get Haunted shirt.
Yes, I'm representing. So, anyways, guys, this case, I replicated this case. I built this case before we could take it out to our events. It's actually similar to what Ed's case is over here. That's on the wall. If you guys want to take a look at that.
Here? Yeah,
That's the original case Annabelle was in. Lorraine had that case built for Ed while they were in Enfield, Connecticut, Enfield, England, where they where they based the second movie off of. And while she was home, she came home because there was a flood in the basement. She had this case built for Annabelle. It's like Tony said, Annabelle used to sit in the chair over there.
Which chair?
I believe it was this chair.
This chair here?
This chair here. This is where Annabelle used to be, in that corner there. And this is where the priest picked up this doll and threw it across the room, the Annabelle doll. So one of the reasons why Lorraine had the case built for, they could put it in there this way. If somebody came here and they would get tempted to handle this doll, it's not good. And when Tony mentioned about the cars, like the priest, losing his car and everything, I moved this out 4 times. I lost 4 cars. So we're not going to say what I did this morning, but I don't want her to know. Anyways, I built this case. The stain I used in this case is infused with holy water and holy oil. There's 3 crosses on here that represent the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Behind Annabelle, behind the felt, inscribed in the wall behind Annabelle, is the Lord's Prayer. Everything that we did to this case, binding rituals, put Annabelle in there, all that contains the evil within inside this case. I also built many other cases in this museum with the same theory, with the crosses, the blessings to contain the items in there. So this doll, I think, is, to me, in this museum, which, every time I speak about protection, religious provocation, and everything, how we investigate, things get crazy in here. So I really don't want to get into that right now, but I had people tell me that it sounds like I'm underwater when I'm talking. And that's when I'm talking about something holy. And this is something that's the opposite of holy. Doesn't like it. So anyways, everything that I did for this case is to protect everybody that comes out to the Paracon, to our events, to view Annabelle. We do this because we want to continue telling the story of Annabelle and all these artifacts in this museum. Just like Ed did, he educated the public. They asked, why do you collect these items? Well, if you just took these items, they had a story, they help families out, and you throw them away. How are you going to educate the public? You no longer have this item. You don't have that item, that haunted item. There's no more stories. Just what I'm telling you. Here's proof. The devil does exist.
So Dan, have you witnessed her move ever?
Yeah, well, I seen her. There's times where her arms are in different positions. They spread apart. There was one time a girl came in here to one of our events that we used to hold at the house, the Warrenology events. And she tells Tony, the only reason why I came here was to see Annabelle. It wasn't to see Lorraine or anything. She had a fascination with Annabelle. She gets on this side of the case. Now, this is what Annabelle was Ed's case. She gets on this side of the case. Her friend takes a picture. Cool. She goes on the other side of the case. Friend takes a picture. We go back. We visit Ed and Lorraine. Ed's cemetery plot. Lorraine was still alive. And she tells Tony, you got to look at these pictures. Tony says, well, till we get to the restaurant, I'll take a look at them. She shows Tony the pictures. Those button eyes. Within those button eyes, there was a set of human eyes. When she was standing here, those eyes were staring at her. She stands over here. Picture was taken again. Those eyes were staring at her. It's like she put that much energy into that doll that the doll was focusing on her. So we have a 8x10 picture that we blew up of this. I gotta tell Tony, we gotta put it in the museum. This way we could show people exactly that. This right here, I call this the fire doll. So this doll was given to Ed many years ago, which this doll caused a fire in a home, which was wreaking havoc on the family prior to that fire. And pilot light was on the gas stove and exploded. This doll was in that kitchen, believe it or not. Not one burnt mark on that doll. When Ed received the doll, the hands were taped. I believe there's a reason why these hands were taped. I don't know, but my feeling is there's a reason for it. So I bought this case at an antique place. It was a child's toy box, but it did the same concept. Put the crucifix on there, and on each side there's a crucifix. So that doll stays in there. Just look at that doll. I mean, you don't have to really focus on it.
We'll take a little close-up peek. So I can't really explain the feeling that you get in this building. It's different.
Oh yeah.
It's beyond different.
If you're in here for the first time, it's a heavy feeling.
It is. I feel very heavy. Yeah.
Very, very heavy.
Now, this doll over here looks familiar.
Right.
It's the movie.
This right here is Annabelle from Annabelle Comes Home. This is the actual prop they used in that movie doll.
Yeah.
So I got this case and I put her in there. Kind of almost looks like the one from the movie. She's been in here for a while now.
But
anyway,
she's not.
She's not. I believe there's nothing. I mean, being in this museum for so long, God knows if what attachments could be, placed upon this doll as well. But she's in this case, the same thing. I put a crucifix. I don't play games, just in case. We bring this also to the Warren's Paracon. Also, I got plans for this too. There's something else that I'm going to put in that case with her, but you'll see later.
Okay.
If you guys want to come around here,
Sure.
as Lori's looking at this doll here in the coffin. If you guys got a flashlight or anything, put a light on this.
I do not, but she is that a she? It picks up well, at least on this camera.
There we go.
Oh, perfect. Thank
So
you.
I know people say, ain't it, is there a Peggy in your museum? Well, this is Peggy. This is our Peggy. I know there's Peggy's in other haunted museums that they have out there. But this is a very old doll, which was given also to Ed. And she says, and like I said, wreaks havoc on the family. It was given to Ed. And this coffin was underneath this table, underneath the tiger for many years. I took it out of there. I redid the upholstering on it and everything. And I placed her into the case. And I put the crucifix on here. Well, believe it or not, we investigated this museum a couple of years back. And this doll was really active. Like, our equipment was going off. So we're bringing this to the Paracon.
Okay.
Now this one right here is an interesting case right here. This dinosaur is from the Brookfield murder case. If you saw The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. This was David Glasso's dinosaur. And this dinosaur was known to have crawled across the floor in the house, telling everyone, you're all going to die. Wow. So Ed acquired this dinosaur from the family because they didn't want it in the house anymore. So reason why I built this case Arnie Johnson's wife, Debbie, which was David Glasso's sister, said, Dan, do me a favor. Build a case for the dinosaur. I know it's in the museum, but it's just sitting on the table. So I said, Debbie, I'll build a case for it. Well, not knowing that Debbie had cancer, she had passed away and she never got a chance to see the case. So I built a case, put the dinosaur in there, and these rosaries here, Debbie made these rosaries for when I went on a case that those will protect me. So I put those rosaries around the dinosaur. I think that was the proper place to put them because that will be your protection when you come to the Paracon. So I took my protection and gave it to you guys. So when you get to view this dinosaur, and also same thing, 3 crucifixes represents the Trinity. As accept the existence of the devil, Ed Warren. And also I have prayers on each side of the case. And when we filmed in here, like I said, we were investigating, we had the SLS on this dinosaur, and we had someone saying the Lord's Prayer in Latin. And the SLS was flipping out. You just see the stick figure start shaking while he's performing the Latin prayer. He comes near it with the crucifix, and it's just going all over the place, shaking. So he backs away, it calms down, comes forward again, starts shaking. Then it jumps out of here to the Annabelle, onto this doll, to the Annabelle doll, and it's just going back and forth. Wow, couldn't explain that. This right here, I think this is what Rob was talking about. The Sandy Hook idol.
Yes.
The satanic idol.
Not my favorite artifact.
You guys see that pretty good? Yeah,
Can you see that okay? Will I get a flashlight?
Yeah, yours is showing. Mine's not showing so well.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's fine.
He doesn't want to see it any better.
So while Wade gets a flashlight, yeah, guys, this is the real deal. I mean,
I keep feeling like something grabbed my wrist.
I saw Lori jump a little bit.
I don't. That was weird.
It's different.
It was while I was sitting near this.
All right, so wait.
That's a little better.
Right, place the flashlight under and flash up.
Oh, there we go.
This way you get it better. There you go. How's that?
There we go. That's better.
All right. This right here is the satanic idol. This was found in the woods of Sandy Hook, Connecticut. Now there was a guy out there when hunting and found this out in the middle of the woods. The guy knew Ed, so he came to Ed. Ed, you know, you got to come and look at this. So they both go out there, and Ed was confronted by a gentleman.
Did you just hit the mannequin?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Ed was confronted by a man out there in the middle of the woods.
If not, he's trampling me.
Ready to go.
Ed was confronted with a man out in the middle of the woods there, where this idol was, and he was a witch doctor, and a very powerful witch doctor, and which Ed doesn't speak of his name anymore, and told us not to repeat his name, because he believes that if you repeat his name, bad things would happen. So
there we go. That's better.
Ed brought this home, and he believes that the witch doctor placed a curse on Lorraine. Ed was changing the windshield wipers on his car, on his vehicle, and he saw Lorraine watering some plants in the backyard. Turns around, still continuing to work on his car, and he doesn't hear Lorraine anymore. Well, Lorraine was tossed about 25 feet away from where she was, unconscious on the ground. She was in the hospital for 3 days in a coma. And when she woke up, she didn't remember anything. Ed believes that was the witch doctor that placed that curse because we took the idol. But Ed knew how to do reverse curses. Ed was very knowledgeable in the occult practices and satanic curses that he could reverse them. So that's the story with this idol. This is also going to be at the Paracon. Cool. This right here, it's a skull that we acquired. Well, Ed did. Back in 1974. Oh, sorry, 73. Belonged to Carl Johnson If you know Carl Johnson, he's a demonologist. His brother Keith Johnson's also a demonologist. Carl used to practice Satanism. Carl drank wine out of that skull.
Wow.
Ed and Lorraine visited his family because they were having some issues at their house. So Ed took the skull from the house and told Carl to stop doing what you're doing. So Carl listened. Very wise gentleman and gained a lot of knowledge through the years, became a demonologist himself. And, you can ask Carl about this when you come to the Warren's Paracon. It's a fascinating story. Good friend of mine, Keith is also a good friend of mine. So that skull, there's a bottom part of that skull, Carl says, and I still got to look around the museum to find that bottom piece of that skull.
Just a jaw laying around.
Just a jaw
Like
laying
I say,
around
we're getting
somewhere.
we're getting to
I had the
hear
same
people are
comment.
asking about this one.
Right here. This one right here.
Yeah, I'll zoom in. Then I'll let you, Rob.
This is the shadow doll.
Yeah.
Now this doll was used to place curses on their enemies. So if you were a witch doctor or you believed in all these curses and placed curses upon your enemies, you would take a picture of this doll, send it to your enemy, and once they look at the picture, the curse is placed upon them. The curse is written on the back of the picture. So this doll will come into your dreams and stop your heart if you accept the curse. And sometimes unwillingly you accept that curse. It's just like Santeria. When I say they place a curse upon you, they'll put that curse underneath your steps in front of your house. So once you step over onto that step and over it, you unwillingly took upon that curse. That's their beliefs.
So, hey, real quick, one viewer's asked, was anybody whispering just a little while ago?
Yeah, well,
You guys
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
got tugged, and I thought it might have been him.
Wait, where did you
that.
get tugged? Right? Why are you standing there?
Yeah.
Yeah, because something grabbed my wrist there 3 times.
Yeah, my arms are crossed.
Yeah, I saw Kevin react, but one of the viewers here was saying
No,
that
no,
she
must have
heard
noticed.
people
Yeah.
whispering. I don't recall people whispering.
Right.
I
No.
did say to you, it's it's a good angle, but it was more of
So we'll go back and look through this.
Yeah, we'll listen to
Yeah, you guys are gonna walk through here when I'm done, so you guys get to
Okay, good.
walk around the museum by yourself.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
And I would allow one thing, and that will be a surprise. But it's not an investigation.
Nope.
It's just to let you know the museum's alive. So, anyways, in this corner right here.
All righty.
So, let's go over here first. So, this knife right here was used in satanic rituals, and the stories were they say they drink the blood of the youth, the young, the newborns. They will slice their throats and drink their blood.
Jeez.
Okay.
Now you can touch that because that's not demonic. That was used for
That
demonic
was used
reasons,
for
but that's
demonic
not a
reasons.
possessed item,
Right.
as anyone's wondering.
I
Yeah.
touch a lot of things.
Yeah.
Anyways, so come over here. It's a much bigger sword that was sent to us for the same purpose, but we believe this wasn't used in any rituals or anything like that. It was created to be used in a ritual.
Like
and the person that acquired it, things were happening in his house, and he sent it to us.
Dan, I have a question. Rick and I were observing.
I call this a devil's sword, if you want to know.
Dan and I were, Rick and I were observing earlier. Every Paracon, I arranged that cloth around that sword for display, right? Okay. Did it come with 2 cloths? Because it's identical.
Yeah, no, it did. That was
That answers that
we
question.
wrapped it up in that, and I thought you were gonna say it keeps moving. No, that's me.
No.
So in this corner, I call this a satanic corner, where you can see rituals being performed, fertility rituals, blood rituals. As you can see there.
Go around this way.
Get in. Over here. Yeah. So all these things, some of the stuff items that Ed has on his table were used in rituals. Also, kind of funny over here with the mask. You guys saw the mask over there?
Yeah.
Those were also used in satanic rituals. Not all of them, but some of them. Okay.
Including this one.
Yes.
Yes, that one definitely.
So some of these are props, but used in a ritual, used in a ritual, used in a ritual, used in a ritual. Now these will be put on. Now they were doing sacrifices or anything like that. And the Satanists don't like you talking about it. But they would scare the young children and get their adrenaline running so high. Their blood is almost like an aphrodisiac, and it gives them strength, it gives them youth, and that's why they drink the blood. They would slice their throats and drink the blood right away. But also, they would use a mask to scare the children and get that adrenaline running so high.
And also a room full of fear.
Right.
They feed off of it too.
Mhm.
It's
Right.
the fear itself.
And then we have items on the shelves over here. Look through all these items. They all have a story. All these items. Throughout the years, Ed investigated and Lorraine. They collected these items, or items were given to them by their clients. Another mask up there, yeah. Then over here, you have a voodoo doll.
Yeah,
Sorry.
show the
This is my Uriah right here.
over there.
Now, this doll will be used to place curses on an enemy, family member, you name it, anybody that's been crossed. So what they'll do, they'll hang a piece of meat onto this doll, and they place a curse onto the person. And as the meat rots, that person becomes sick, and then becomes deadly sick. Okay.
Like the cloth is made out of part of their clothes, and the wood is made out of something that belongs to them personally.
to them.
Also.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, you can
But
put it
gives
on
you-
there.
It gives you a chance to actually
The same-
save yourself.
And the
by-
same purpose,
by
you use a voodoo doll. And that's a voodoo doll right there.
Yeah.
So how's
So-
it feel now?
You know, no better. I mean, the truth is, right? There's so many stories and so much.
Yeah.
There's so much to take in.
palpable,
There is.
It's palpable
Yeah.
energy in here.
Yeah. It's like
Um,
walking through kind of like air mud. It's thick.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a
And-
bit heavy,
And
right?
it will drain from you.
I have one question. What's the story with the wedding dress?
Okay.
So that wedding dress over here, that represents the White Lady of Union Cemetery. If you guys know, there was a video of Ed filming in Union Cemetery, and you see a woman walking through the headstones at Union Cemetery. She was seen there and also seen at Stephanie Cemetery, where you guys were earlier
Yes.
on.
Yeah, we were there earlier.
Right. So that's the White Lady of Union Cemetery. This one I put in here to represent the Witch of Stratford, Witch Goody Bassett. We also have Hannah Carana, but she's under repair right now. So
I was going to ask about that because
Yeah.
I've been to her grave.
these mannequins are very old, they're very fragile, and we have to do some, restorations on them.
Yep.
Behind you, Rob, is the Conjuring mirror.
Oh, good.
So that mirror right there,
Oh, yeah, there. Okay.
the person will sit in front of this mirror.
Turn
It's called
directly around.
necromancy,
Behind you.
and it will conjure up spirits through the mirror.
Oh.
So you see that red light behind me? So if you
These are all
try and
fertility
conjure up a spirit
dolls.
of a loved
Okay.
one or whatnot, something else might appear in that mirror. Face of a pig. I mean, you're inviting something in. It could be demonic, and it's an easy way to get an attachment. But people investigate using a mirror and communicating through a mirror.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of times when they
There.
say they see a face of a pig.
Face of a pig? That's interesting.
There's a couple cases I've been on that
Okay.
people were using that technique, which I recommended that they didn't do it, and
It's just as bad as a Ouija
they ended
board.
up getting attacked. What's
It's
that?
as bad as a Ouija board.
It's just as bad as Ouija board, but you're using your body. I mean,
Mhm.
and then we have also more dolls here.
Mhm.
A lot of people ask about the Teddy Ruxpin. Still doing some research on that.
So we have Wade, we have Dan, and we have Rick. I'm just curious, what object in here makes you guys the most unsettled?
To me, Annabelle.
Annabelle.
Maybe because
Definitely.
there's a connection. And when Tony talked about that accident of that gentleman on the motorcycle, I witnessed that accident. I was 8 years old on a route with my father, bread route, that he used to deliver pastries and bread to the local diners and country clubs. Monroe Diner was our last stop. This was around 1980, 81, around there. And motorcycle going down Route 25 past us. My father looked at me and says, Danny, they're going to get into an accident. As we get to the end of Route 25, Route 8, you see the girl on the side of the road holding her head and she's bleeding. The motorcycle's in a wood line, and I believe the gentleman went with the motorcycle. And like Tony said, he died instantly. So was that my connection to Annabelle? A lot of people, where's the evidence to that? Well, it was a motorcycle accident on Route 25 and Route 8 back around 1980, 81. Go to the Bridgeport Library, do your research, and then if they have it in the newspapers, it'll be in there. All right. So I can't make that up because I'm working for the Warrens now, working with all these items in the museum and taking on some of the severe cases that are brought to us. As Rick can contest, we're still doing cases
Yeah, I mean,
that involves the church and everything.
it's been like, it's 30 years I've been open at both Ed and Lorraine.
Yeah.
And I think the same with me with Annabelle. This is going back about 30, maybe 25 years ago. I was helping Ed actually clean up down here, and it felt like something sucked the air out of me. I almost went out cold, actually. And I told you before, to this day, it still sucks the air out of me. Something down here just takes my breath away down here. Literally takes my breath away down here. And so I agree with Dan. That thing is no joke. It's no joke.
I think I know Wade's answer.
Let me come over here.
Well, just one little note. When I do go up to Annabelle, rarely, I just don't like to look at it, but she has a way of wiping your mind clear. Even if you're going, sometimes you come in here with a goal and your mind is clear. I'm like, what was that? What did I come in here for? My thing that I don't like but deal with is the satanic idol. I don't like to look at it. I don't like to be around it. Once I don't see very well, and once I was coming around that corner to help Dan, and I ran smack into it, and I mean right in the chest. Oh, and I was afraid I was going to knock the arm off, but that's as close as I ever want to get. But Dan put me in charge of moving it, and we've created like a cushioned cradle because it's very fragile.
Yeah.
So we put it in that and tie it down. And but when I'm carrying it out, I don't look at it. I don't think of what I'm carrying. I'm, like I said earlier in another video, I'm watching the door frames and make sure I don't touch anything or bump anything.
Wade is like that. Wade makes sure that, when we move these items and they get ready for the Paracon, that everything's packed correctly.
Dan, quick question about that. The idol. Ed, if I remember right, Ed saying that it wasn't just eye level; it was about 15 feet in the air on a pile of rocks.
That was right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it wasn't your eye; it was way up there. Where
Yeah.
Can you imagine
they're
that,
worshiping that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
No.
Up 10 feet, 15 feet higher?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would not want to run into that at its current height or towering.
And those are all Mr. Warren's paintings.
Those are all Ed's paintings up there.
Oh, wow.
We also have more paintings down the haunted passageway.
Right.
So this passageway down here led to the house.
Okay.
So when Ed had his classes, maybe like 5 people in the basement which is the Halloween room. Once they're done with their class, Ed will bring them down through the haunted passageway into the museum. Rick might remember that a lot more, than me, because I wasn't there. I mean, when Ed was doing this.
Was it passageway?
The passageway
Yeah,
and playing the Maurice video on the 13-inch screen.
He get all these people in there and show these videos, but every time he brought people in here, he gave that warning: you do not touch anything in here.
No.
And I actually have the habit of walking with my hands in my pocket in here.
I haven't been in there in a while.
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm
anybody's
gonna-
been in there in a while.
Admit the additional stress of
I wasn't gonna
trying
do
not to
this.
touch.
Oh, wait a
something
minute. We're getting special
is-
something here.
Oh boy.
I wasn't gonna do this.
He wasn't going to do this.
We could walk through the haunted passageway.
All right. We ready?
And I don't know what's, any critters are in there or anything like that.
Oh, well, then you go first.
But, when it comes towards Halloween, it self-decorates. So be careful, because you might walk through a cobweb.
And you'll see some
And
Halloween
you feel it. You'll
decorations.
feel this on your face.
Yeah, no. Well, you're breaking the webs for us.
It's
Thanks.
all over me. But
What?
anyways,
There's a step down here. Be careful.
Okay,
Oh my God.
That's scary.
so down here, you'll see some of Ed's paintings. There, just one. All these right here is when Ed started doing barnwood paintings and selling them.
Wow.
And they're just scenery pictures, you know.
Wow.
And that's
And this is not normally accessible, huh?
no, no.
Thank you, Dan.
So over here, that's the coffin that a gentleman slept in. That believed he used to believe that he was a vampire, and he would sleep in this coffin. He would go around at night biting people and everything. So this is the vampire coffin.
Nice. And these are actual, real spider webs.
You gotta understand. A lot of these
if I see a
props,
spider, I'm running.
a lot of these props.
Oh.
This is like time frozen. This has been in here for over 40 years.
Oh,
or
wow.
More. Or more. These are Ed's paintings right here.
Oh, sorry. Let me take a step back.
Okay. Come down, walk down. Ed loved Halloween, and
This is crazy.
this is Ed's creation. So another item that might be older than us. These are all Halloween props, but all Ed's paintings are here.
These are incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Ed.
Wait, today's his birthday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people get freaked out with that at the end of the hallway.
Yeah.
That's me. That's all 100% me. Alright. I put that there. But like I said, it self-decorates once a year. And we have to clean up. But yeah, that door, right there, leads into the Halloween room.
God.
Which we can't go in there right now.
Yeah,
I love these paintings. Absolutely
Yeah, the
love these
paintings
paintings.
are absolutely amazing.
This is, yeah.
And believe me, and when we investigated this museum, we captured a lot of EVPs in here.
Yeah.
A lot of EVPs in here.
This is so cool.
And that is how Ed used to get into the houses as the story goes.
Painting.
By painting.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will.
So cool.
He will sketch on a paper pad, and then he'll tell Lorraine, go up to the house and tell him about the sketch, and then we could go in there and we could start talking about the ghosts that are in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. It feels different in here for sure compared to that room. I'm doing good, Sandy. My head hurts. I can tell you that much.
Oh, sure, fine. Come back. I've been in here alone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Wade.
I'm sorry.
Annabelle's with you.
Yeah, Annabelle.
I don't know if you were truly alone.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, well, that's one way to look at it.
I don't have words. There's no way to even describe this
No.
to viewers.
The feeling, the everything. It's just.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So, one
Oh,
last
what is
thing
this stuff?
before I let you guys walk
Oh,
around here by yourself.
Is that real?
No, the mummy's ours. That's a Halloween prop.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, and then this we call like the Ouija board section, which Ouija board has been used, and they're still using them today, even on investigations. People use them. We don't recommend them. That's our belief. But you learn the hard way, and we give the warnings, and that's all we could do. Over here, this jacket right here. We bring these mannequins to the Paragon just to show Ed and Lorraine's clothing. So this jacket, I was cleaning out the loft above there, and I think this jacket's been in the loft for like 40 years. This jacket Ed used on the Amityville case.
Oh, wow.
So when I saw that jacket up there, I said, God, that looks familiar. So then we look at the pictures, that's the same jacket Ed was wearing.
Cool.
Wow.
So I took that jacket and then put it behind Ed's chair in his office. I think that's the proper place for it. But anyways, now it's on the mannequin. Everybody could view it. This is Lorraine's outfit. I think this was the same outfit she used on her interview for the Conjuring movie.
Mm-hmm. Skirt.
The skirt, right. And this is one of her jackets. Lorraine her jackets were a size small. All right. And
Yeah.
this scarf right here.
Love that pendant.
No, wait a minute. That's my scarf. That was Lorraine's scarf. We put it around Ed. But I have Lorraine's rocking chair at my house, and I had her scarf over the rocking chair, and that was Judy's gift to me. That I'll have a piece of Lorraine.
Oh.
So her rocking chair sits in my office at home. Over here is Ed's office.
Okay.
Don't mind the mess because we've been taking things in and out for the Paracon. But just to give you an idea, these are Ed's recorders that he used back in the 70s.
Oh,
And then before then, it was the reel-to-reel that's behind you. Those are the
here.
where he will bring on cases with him.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
So cool.
This over here, he will bring this with him. This was his box of spiritual protection, Bibles, crucifixes, holy water. This is mine. I don't know how it got in there. But anyways, that's what he would use.
Now, can you imagine the
There's Ed right there.
the spiritual faith to be able to sit in here by yourself in the museum and review cases and hear audio recordings and decipher, and yet what's behind the wall, it doesn't bother you.
Right.
There's a mental spiritual barrier, the strength that's very rare today.
That's Ed's father. Ed's father was a boxer. He boxed.
Oh wow.
And showed Ed how to fight. No, Ed was a tough guy. I mean,
yeah.
And he didn't take any crap. But Ed had a nice heart in him. He loved helping people. But if he had to take care of himself, Pops showed him how to fight. Then we have more paintings over here.
Did Ed or Lorraine, did they go on the set of Amityville, the first movie?
I don't believe they did. No. But Lorraine would say that was the worst case she ever been on, was Amityville.
Is this Santa Crana?
That's Hannah Crana, yeah. She's under repair. So
I'll give you a little sneak peek of it.
It's very cool.
All right. Wow.
All right, so what I'll do is I'll give you guys probably maybe like 30, 40 minutes in here to walk around.
Yeah, I don't know if we need that much.
So what I want to do,
Okay.
and it's just because you guys are going live, do you bring a music box? Motion sensor.
I did not.
I think I might have one in the car.
Of course.
If you do, I'll go get it.
Let me go see if I have it.
I was gonna say I didn't bring anything.
So what I want to do while you're walking around, just don't break the motion sensor. We're gonna put it right here.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on. Let me see where you want it.
We're gonna put it on this table.
Okay.
Facing Annabelle.
All right.
Now this is not like I said. I'm gonna have to do an investigation. You guys are gonna be walking around and whatnot. If the music box goes off, it's known to go off.
Okay.
All right. It's probably her.
Okay.
Could be anything in this museum. But like I said, if it goes off when you're not performing an investigation, this is just to show you that this museum is alive.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That the devil
All right.
does exist.
Are we allowed to do recordings here?
You can record in here while
Okay.
you're in here.
Okay.
You have a half hour. You can stay live for that half hour,
Okay.
40
We'll
minutes.
stay loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, hang with us.
The figure jumping back and forth.
Back and forth, right. So explain it. You were there that night.
Yeah.
And what we were doing the prayers, Lord's prayers in Latin.
And it kept running over there and running over there. It was insane, actually. It was
Yeah.
incredible.
Line and a heart just landed on Wade's head. Did you see that?
Well, they did.
No.
A little heart flew through there. I don't know if somebody touched it. But a little heart just.
Oh, from the.
Yeah, somebody put a heart and it landed on his head.
Oh.
I just don't. I don't do TikTok, people. I don't even know if it's actually streaming.
They're hitting the heart.
So I'm gonna give you guys your time in here.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna step out, probably go to the house, or we're gonna be outside of this door here.
Okay. So.
Scream,
All right.
Scream if you need help. So you can run good.
I have a vibration sensor. Is that what you're asking for?
No.
I don't actually
He's
have
looking
a
for like a
box.
music box.
I haven't used it, but I have a vibration sensor.
Yeah.
I didn't bring gear. I didn't.
Okay, that's all right.
I didn't know. I had my recorders.
I tried. You know what? just walk around, see how you feel.
Oh yeah, we're gonna.
All right.
They're actually going to be feeling you. So,
Yeah.
Laura, you want a light, or Kevin, you want a light? I mean,
I mean, we
That's
get
probably a good
yeah.
idea.
We'll take it just in case.
Might get a better picture.
To just turn it off, you just
Push the button. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
All right, you guys are on your own.
Alrighty, thank you.
I'll see you in a few.
All right.
Maybe in like less than 30.
Just scream, Rob.
All right, I'll
Right
try
here.
not to. All right, folks. So that was the big tour. Let's bring Sarah and Danny back up and kind of reset with everybody. Here, switch. Sarah, are you still there, Danny?
Yes, we are here.
All right, come on up on screen. So I can see.
Okay, well, hold on.
I kind of need
There we
to
go.
sit, like something.
Here, want to sit on Annabelle's old chair?
Is this facing me or no?
No, it's that. No,
No, hold on. I'll be right there.
you got to go through settings.
Camera. Okay, so let's see. So, hi.
Hi.
Anything coming in from the side? I don't get to see the chat. Oh wait.
Oh, yeah. So much, Rob.
Okay.
I will
Is
tell
there-
you the personal things. Danny and I have been messaging each other like fiends here. I will tell you, from the beginning, and I know some of you guys are talking in the background and the whispering, but there is whispering underneath or over what you guys are talking. There was one point when I don't know if it was, I think it might have been Rick speaking or maybe Wade, but when they were talking, there was another male voice on top of his talking, and we're getting some validation on the side with that as well.
Yeah.
Like everyone's hearing the whispering.
Sandy was hearing whispering over on TikTok, which Lori's handling right now. I'm going to tell you something right now. My back is on fire. I'm afraid to even look, and there's some kind of insane. And you might want to look, Kev, at the back of my neck. That is, I don't know.
The light.
Well, how is
Nothing.
it hanging in there? Like the sensations, what are you guys experiencing in person being there?
Yeah, you got a scratch.
You got a scratch.
Do I really?
Yep, you got
It's little. It's a little scratch. Can you?
It's like it's really
like,
burning.
Here, I'm just gonna touch right about here. Is that where you feel
Yeah,
it?
but you can lift the back of my shirt, Kev.
Yeah,
No, from the bottom, because look in the middle of my back too, please.
In the middle.
Yeah, give me the light. Or give me something.
Yeah, I'll hold the light.
You can hold it. Are you live?
This is ridiculous.
No, I'm not live.
Anything?
Here, I got the light.
This is weird. I feel like I'm at the doctor.
No.
Okay, because it's just it is.
But you do have a scratch.
It's like
have a little
burning.
scratch, yeah.
So I don't know. For me, I've had a wicked. Oh God, yeah. Look at that. But what's that shit?
I don't know.
I don't normally have that. Oh wow, look at that scratch.
Yeah.
Oh, I got scratched. Listen, I have reactions at places, but this is so different. It's hard for me to put into words, honestly, and I don't know how much of it is the psychological aspect and how much of it is the paranormal, but there's something different in this place. Throw in the added stresses of not bumping into one of these things. It's a lot. And to hold a camera and to not be fully aware of everything that's around you, or even what the hell the story is attached to it. It's nerve-wracking. I'm not going to joke around.
And I see somebody on TikTok asked if this is a real Annabelle doll.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
this
her.
is the real one.
There's a different kind of vibe compared to any other place I've ever been. For me, at least. I don't know, Lori, how about you?
It's definitely a heavy feel in here. I don't know. I mean, I was standing over here by the this and the shadow doll.
The shadow doll.
I kept looking at my wrist because it felt like something was kept grabbing at my wrist.
I saw Lori jump once, and I saw Kevin jump once.
In the same area.
Yeah, in the same area there. So I don't know. Look, it's a lot. It's a pretty small room, right? To have this many objects in. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, but it feels big at the same time.
You guys hearing that tapping?
I heard something.
That's something with that that. It's the
Is that the IR?
the alarm or something, whatever
Okay.
that is. Yeah, because I heard it before.
So look, I mean, I didn't know we were getting a half hour to pseudo investigate here. So the good news is I brought a recorder. But what else? Anything from the audience that
You know, I think they're all just having, it is very interesting. You know, Danny is having some sensations. I will just tell you, something has been touching my upper right cheek. I am cold. I am icy cold. My right hand is icy cold. My left hand is warm, and but everybody on the side, right? Yeah, that's kind of weird, Danny, right?
Yeah, complete opposite. I'm same, but like switched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, we have some people not feeling very well on the side.
Yeah.
Lots of the heavy vibes, a little bit of sick to their stomach, is some severe anxiety. We do have a group of people here very nervous about what dreams will be tonight. Adam is making sure that we all cut the cords.
Yeah.
It is important for everybody to leave what does not belong to you in that museum. It is not for you to carry. So Danny and I have been talking about working together and making sure, Rob, you're good. You know, I think, you know, I'm watching Danny, you know, very emotional. You know, this is Get Haunted history right here tonight. And, you know, Dan and Wade and Rick and Tony, so gracious with their time, their stories, you know, to allow us to share this with the Get Haunted network. And again, I sit here in a little bit of disbelief that I get to host a live that in a million years I would have never thought that this is something that I would have the opportunity. So Rob, you know, your vision, your hard work, the crew stepping up, and everything that Get Haunted stands for, and everybody on the side, it's come together here tonight at one of the most iconic locations that I don't even know if there's another one on the planet that has this grandeur. So proud of you. I'm so proud of you, Rob, and, you know, Lori and Kevin and Danny and everybody that has just put in the time, that has walked the walk, that has stood by their vision and has not asked anything. This is a beautiful gift. So thank you for allowing us to do this with you and to share it with everybody in the network that is here. And there's lots of people here, Rob. There's lots and lots of people here watching.
But all right. So, you know, I was hoping you wouldn't do that to me. But thank you. And no, I didn't get us here. You didn't get us here. I mean, everybody did, right? It's Get Haunted, the network, the family, what it is. It's a lot to take in. You know, Tony came and Judy's not feeling well. So he wanted to come in and at least give us Annabelle and his talk so that he could get home and take care of her. So, you know, again, so very gracious for this, to Dan, Wade, everybody, for this opportunity. I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe once we get back from this and get to digest what's happening right now, I can't explain the feelings. I can't explain what it feels like to be standing right here, you know, this close in her domain and all of these objects. And that's the hard part to really kind of put into words, is that every object in here has some kind of story to it, just about, and that is tremendous. I had a headache earlier, but this is different now, and here it is more like my head feels like it's gonna explode and not implode. So I don't know what else to say, but we have a recorder. We're allowed to do this.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Please.
I mean, I technically have a have a vibration.
Okay. Yeah. So I would
Put it
put
down,
that
just
up
put it
there.
down, see what happens.
Kevin's gonna place his vibration sensor up there. And how's your battery? Your battery's good, Lori. Okay.
I'm gonna put you guys as the solo, just so you know. I'm gonna make you guys solo, so we can watch you guys. Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like
Give us a little
go
more
sit
down.
No,
somewhere
no, no,
alone.
no, 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 no,
Yeah,
no,
because that's
I'm
not.
gonna get
that
that
was
full
not gonna
immersive
happen.
experience.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, to Dan and to Wade and to anybody that dedicates their time here, they come down here alone, and I don't know how they do it. So, you know, Sarah, I cannot see chat, but if any AVP requests come in,
Peanut butter. Peanut butter was the first request, and I
okay,
think everybody would like you to
Maybe
maybe ask some questions of Annabelle, please. I think that would probably be your most
okay,
requested.
I'm thrilled about this.
all right, yeah, thanks.
Lori, we love
She's
you.
right here.
Here she is.
There's Annabelle. We're gonna hit the record button. We are using the DR60. So I don't even know how to start this. So all right, we have to ask: is there anybody here with us? What?
Is that music?
I don't know what you heard.
That's
So,
they're outside.
so Kevin
That's
just heard
outside.
something.
No, it's outside.
Okay.
At least it sounds outside.
So Annabelle. Yeah, everybody calls you Annabelle. Is that your real name? Do you know who put this scratch on my neck? My heart is pounding right now.
It's feeling weird. It's feeling different.
Something touch you? Lori's dancing. Do you have any other words you want to drop by? You want to tell us anything? You've got an open microphone. You say whatever you want to us. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I just heard sound like a kid
Back there.
Rob, I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't want to be
You?
disrespectful, but could we maybe get a request of, can you say "get haunted"? Because that would make some amazing audio for the 2024 promo.
Yeah, we'll go for that. We'll go for that last. That and we'll do that in peanut butter. I'm telling you, I just heard like a little kid.
There was something, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play this back. We'll see what we get. You're using the DR60, so I don't even know how to start this. So all right, we have to ask. Hold on. You're using the DR60, so I don't even know how to start this. So all right, we have to ask. Is there anybody here with us? What? I don't know what you heard. Yeah, so Kevin just heard something. Okay. So, Annabelle. Yeah, everybody calls you Annabelle. Is that your real name? Do you know who put this scratch on my neck? My heart is pounding. That's me.
Yeah.
I just freaked myself out. Something touching you? Lori's dancing. Do you have any other words you want to drop by? You want to tell us anything? You've got an open microphone. You say whatever you want to us. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I swear to God, I just heard. So not much there. I hear something that first part. I'm telling you, whatever's happening on my back, on my neck, is getting worse. Oh, we'll do one more with Annabelle. And then we'll go over by that other statue. We'll come back here to this at the end of this and do the Get Haunted and the peanut butter request. We'll try one more. Okay, so maybe this time you'll speak a little louder, whoever you are. Are you the one that goes by Annabelle? Is it okay for us to be down here asking questions? Do you like the case that Dan built for you? Do you know where I'm going tomorrow? All right, I'm going to stop it. Man, I'm sweating. We'll try this one, then we'll try that.
Feels like it's getting hotter in here.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so maybe this time you'll speak a little louder, whoever you are. Are you the one that goes by Annabelle? Is it okay for us to be down here asking questions? Oh, hold on. Is it okay for us to be down here asking questions? But do you hear that? There's a voice just before that. Is it okay for us to be down here asking questions? Oh, do you like the case that Dan built for you? Do you know where I'm going tomorrow? All right, that was. If you just heard something, that was Lori's stomach. We had a dinner. There's definitely something on there. It's up to you, Sarah and crew, if you want me to play this back, or we can go over here by this guy. Come over here, try this guy. And the shadow doll, which I don't know now. That the satanic idol used to be my least
No, now you think it's a shadow
favorite
doll?
thing, and now the shadow doll is starting to become my
This is a shadow doll.
My least favorite thing.
Yeah, continue doing some EVPs, and people are hearing whispers. I think people might be hearing some real time.
Okay.
And I think they're a little concerned that you are interacting with Annabelle, but I do want to point out, in no way is Get Haunted, Lori, Kevin, or Rob in there taunting or poking fun at. We are simply interacting, and I believe Danny would validate you guys are being respectful. They are questions.
We're not taunting her.
Yeah, and Dan didn't say you couldn't speak to her. So I think you're just simply asking questions, and what responds, we won't know. We won't know that it is Annabelle that is responding.
All right, we'll do one more. We'll do some more generic questions so we don't upset anybody. All right, we're in a different area now. I don't know if there are any new spirits on this side. Is anybody here with us? If you're intelligent, can you do me a favor and solve this math problem for me? How much is 9 plus 8? Is Lori behind me?
No. Nobody's behind you.
Could you do me a favor and repeat these 2 words for me? Can you say the words "get haunted"? She is behind me now, right?
Nope.
I keep seeing somebody move. All right. And then if you didn't say those 2 words, give me these 2 words, please. A lot of people are watching and listening right now. Can you repeat these 2 words for me? Repeat the words peanut butter. All right, we're going to shut it off. Yeah, the more I think about that, you have to be realistic about things here. Yeah, nobody was taunting or provoking or anything like that. We were just simply asking questions. You can come back up if you want to play these. Sarah, Danny. Uh-oh. Did this not work? Oh.
Are you serious?
All right, we're going to have to redo. Son of a gun. I ran out of space. I'm so sorry.
And I think let's also point out, I think everybody is so worried, and Wade is so good about not giving recognition to certain energies. But the reality is, Dan did say this was totally acceptable. It is okay. I don't think he would have left you alone inside the museum with recorders or vibration or, a music box if this were risky. Anytime we go out as investigators, I think we all know, anytime we go to any location and interact in any way, there is always a risk. But I feel the energy on the side and who is right now together in the museum is the intent is there. And, I think this is where, it is a risk. We know it's a risk. It is part of the reason why people get nervous to go there, I'm sure. Danny, you look like you're right there to say something. Oh,
she's muted.
I feel like everybody from our crew is extremely respectful, and we wouldn't push boundaries where they're not to be pushed. But we have the best crew possible to be there. We have that best crew there tonight, and I know every single one of them does take the respective spirits and energy very, very seriously.
All right. Well, I mean, we can end. Is everybody in an uproar?
No, they're not. They just no. They just worry. Listen, this is a big deal, Rob, for people to know that where you're at with the amount of artifacts and items that are at this location. Mm-hmm. I think people are just worried. And again, right, like any time we go into any investigation, we all know the risk. But I think that, again, everything that is here, I think, again, I trust Dan and his judgment. If he thought there were any issues, I think he probably either would have asked you not to stay by yourself or he would have stayed by your side. So I'm going to trust here that universe knows exactly what she's doing, and you are, I don't think you've asked anything. It will either choose not to answer you and we're going to all sit, and you were blessed. I believe Tony did give you guys all a blessing before you went in.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
All right. So we'll do this one last. We're almost out of time anyway. We'll do this last EVP. We'll try that one more time. See what we get. All right. Last EVP session. Okay. So we're on a different side of the museum here. If there's anybody with us, can you make yourself known? All you got to do is talk. So I want to demonstrate how smart you are. If you may, would you please solve this math problem for me? How much is 9 plus 7? And 2 last requests, and then we'll leave you alone. Could you do me a favor and repeat these 2 words, please? Can you repeat the words "get haunted"? And one final request, and we will get out of your space here. If you can repeat these two words, be a tremendous favor. Can you repeat the words peanut butter? All right, we're going to shut this one down and play it back and see what happens. Okay, here we go. All right, last EVP session. All right, last EVP session. Okay, so we're on a different side of the museum here. If there's anybody with us. All right, last EVP session. Okay, so we're on a different side of the museum here. If there's anybody with us, can you make yourself known? All you gotta do is talk. So I want to demonstrate how smart you are. If you may, would you please solve this math problem for me? How much is 9 plus 7? And 2 last requests, and then we'll leave you alone. Can you do me a favor and repeat these 2 words, please? Can you repeat the words, get haunted? And one final request, and we will get out of your space here. If you can repeat these 2 words, be a tremendous favor. Can you repeat the words, peanut butter? All right, we're going to shut this one down. It almost sounded like no. Yeah, I don't know. There might be something on there. I got to listen. It's hard for me to hold this camera.
I'm suddenly burning up.
And we're about 2 minutes away from our half hour.
I heard something after the get haunted, by the way. When you said, can you say get haunted? I heard a response.
There's something. I heard it. This recorder is starting to act weird. It kept going back and starting over.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Trevor caught that. Trevor was like, what's happening? It's restarting.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand why that was happening. So when we go upstairs and I'm in a better environment, I will definitely play that back, not live, and see what happens. Yeah, I mean, listen, this was pretty intense and pretty cool. And I don't know. I don't have words for it. It's certainly an experience I will never ever forget. Being here at sort of the mecca of the paranormal, near all of these different artifacts, it's just been a privilege. So yeah, I'm ready to get out. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well, I hope Danny and I will take up the end half of the show here and have a few words with our guest, our friends, our family, our Get Hunted Army. Rob, thank you so much for going in there, letting us see the organic reactions, and everybody's seeing shadows with you, Danny. Just FYI, no, everybody keeps saying something's behind you.
There's been a lot of activity since I got home today here. So there's that. I don't know if that's related, but
how can it not be, right?
I don't know if this is appropriate or not, but Trevor did side message me about a tarot card, and I did pull one while they were investigating.
And how did it fare for them, Danny?
Pretty good, actually. Hierophant. So I know I'm probably saying that wrong right now, but so spiritual guidance, just energy in general, a higher power, almost like maybe they're being protected down there,
Yeah.
Well,
I don't feel threatened at all. It's just uneasy. So I think what we'll do is we'll kind of wrap that side up. And we'll walk out. I need a cigarette. This was pretty damn cool. So many thanks to Tony, to Dan, to Wade, to Rick, for your hospitality here, for the privilege of being here. Come to the Paracon, folks. fucking
Jesus.
God.
Anyways,
Damn
guys,
it.
we gotta wrap it up.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotta go. All right.
All right.
Have a good night, guys. Stay safe.
Thank you.
All right. I guess
All
that means we
Okay,
gotta
bye,
go.
everyone.
Jesus
All
Christ.
right. Bye. Bye. Okay.
I
Well,
just love
that
that you get scared right at the end there. That's
Yeah,
kind of perfect.
So how did you guys all on the side? How did you enjoy it? Was it a good way to see the Warren Museum? I mean, obviously it's not the same as being there in person, but how did you guys feel getting to see some of these items that so many people speak about, and to hear the story from Tony, on Annabelle. How did that fare for each of you on the side? Let us know. Danny, how are you feeling? My poor Danny girl, I just want to just scoop her up and love her. It's a lot, right? It's a lot.
It's emotional because it's one of those opportunities, just even that they were there tonight. Not everybody gets that. So just the
No.
fact that we have done what we do very genuinely and that it's been seen as something that's acceptable to be brought into there, it's an honor. And just all of the energy from tonight, all of the interacting and just the things happening here that I have a hard time not trying to connect to that. Like, I feel like there's possibly a connection to the fact that they're there tonight too.
Yeah.
Is anyone having anything at their place? Please let us know.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
I think there were so many personal feelings that people were getting. We're not, look, when we say this, we're not patting ourselves on the back. This is all because each and every one of you each are the paranormal community. You make up the Get Haunted Network. The vision of what Get Haunted was meant to be, when Rob and I really started working at this, was to bring opportunities to everybody. You might have seen a post recently. Doesn't matter if you have one follower or if you have 1 million, you're each deserving of these opportunities in the paranormal. Not because you have so many followers on YouTube that you get special privileges, although we get that, we understand that, and we appreciate your hard work. But to each and every person that has an interest in the paranormal, to each of you that has a curiosity and that you share it and that you're always willing to choose kindness and to help people within the paranormal, when we get these opportunities, we want to share them with you because that's what this is about. So we know we're not the big dogs in the paranormal. We are not the most popular. We are not the people that could bring you great successes, but we are the people in paranormal that will always cheer you on to be successful, to go after those dreams that you have, to go after the journey that you want in the paranormal. We will be your cheerleader. And when we get these opportunities, we want to take you right along with us. That is no doubt. We have never wavered from that mission or that vision, and it will continue. It will continue to be that way. I think we are onto something here, Danny, as a network, as Get Haunted. This moment, to be able to share it with you, Danny, to be able to share it with everybody on the side, with Dee Dee. You guys have been interacting with the other half of Paranormally Blonde, with Sam's Pretty Paranormal. Some of these people have been a part of my journey for a few years. So to be able to be handed this opportunity and to be able to share it alongside of each of you, I am beyond grateful. So thank you, Danny, for being here with me, and Dee Dee for being on the side, and Sam and Bree and Kaylee and the Joes, Joe B and Joe Epp and Stephen and Chris and Trevor. Our paths interconnected, and I am grateful to that, and Get Haunted is grateful to each and every one of you for making this network a success. It's a success.
It really is. And all that hard work, all that wanting genuinely to lift everyone up, to give everyone that moment, it's starting to shine. It's starting to prove itself.
Oh, there he is, the man of the hour and a half.
How are you?
I want to do a prayer for you all. Okay. Yeah, I'm just checking in real quick.
By the way,
well,
the
we're live.
I can't hear you guys, so I'm coming up.
Okay, but we're
There we
live,
go.
so
I know. I'm just taking a little smoke break here.
Genuinely feel like everybody, I feel like everyone on the side has literally been with, he's reacting to that now. So the door, sometimes there's activity here and it sounds like the door opens and slams shut.
Yeah.
It do it. I don't know if anyone heard it on this, but it did do it. And now he's reacting to it. Just the fact that everyone here, we've all become a family. And this is just such a beautiful opportunity to have been able to share this with everyone. I just absolutely love this.
Good. Good. Yeah, it's strange to be sitting here right now, but I did want to check back in and have a quick hello with everybody. I'm out of the museum, outside. Wade's going to do a blessing here, and then he made food, of course.
Oh,
good.
Yeah.
Make sure you do nourish yourself, Rob. It is important to not starve any part of your soul or your body at this point.
We will eat. Trust me, it's going to happen.
Good.
Yeah. So again, guys, come to the Paracon. The ticket links are in the show description.
I also have been putting them up on screen. We have been taking care of everybody tonight.
Good job. Maybe we'll buy one of our lucky viewers a ride in. That's not mine.
There you go. There you go.
Anybody wants to come? Maybe we'll give away one ticket.
Wait, what's that? I mean, at one time when I
All right, it's getting everybody's out now, so I just wanted to check back, let everybody know we're out, safe and secure, and I will talk to you guys later.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Yeah, I love this idea. I would say the Blondes will pitch in for a ticket and Get Haunted will pitch in for a ticket to the Phantasma-Con. That is October 28th. That is the Seekers of the Supernatural, the Warren Paracon, right there at the Mohegan Sun. This year is to be even bigger than last year. As you heard, I believe Dan or maybe Tony actually mentioned that, you know, they're going to bring more of the museum to this Paracon. So you'll have, if you go, things you might have just seen tonight will be there in person at the Phasma-Con. I can't say it. The Seekers of the Supernatural. It's Friday night. I have not had my dinner. I am like slurring my words now. Yeah, this is a very big night for Get Haunted. You know, there might be some that are watching us and don't understand the emotion behind this. You know, maybe to put it into a little perspective, you know, to get a personal invitation that's not passed out very often, and then to be allowed to go live, and then to be alone to continue that live. That is not something that is offered out just every day. So we are really emotional. We're really proud. It's like everything we have gone through, everything we have done, keeping that faith, keeping the belief of what we're doing, you know, staying true to who we all are. It just all paid off tonight to be able to watch Rob, Lori, and Kevin have this opportunity.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Go, please.
No, it's just like I don't have words to explain how I feel, but this is better than Christmas Day when you're a little kid and there is a bunch of presents under the tree. Like, this is so much better than that.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how to express that.
I agree. And Brittany, I do agree. Thinking back to where the year started, to where GH is ending the year, the tears are earned. You know, not everybody likes what we're doing, but we have so many amazing yous out there. And yes, I always capitalize you, because you each are so important to what we do. You are why we do this. Each of us, you know, Danny, myself, Rob, you know, we've all had experiences in the paranormal that weren't always easy to fit in, to find a group, to be accepted, to have opportunities. And that right there is the foundation to the vision and the mission. We do not want anybody to be left out. Does that mean we love everybody? No, but we respect everybody's journey and damn it, you deserve to have the opportunity. You all do. And when you share it, having that, I see it, Danny. I don't know if you see it on the network. I see it spreading out. Everybody pays it forward. When there's a question, you guys jump in. If there's a need, you guys jump in. You are the paranormal community, and we see you and we love you and we appreciate you for that. So thank you. Thank you for embodying what the Get Haunted mission is. We will continue to be here, to work hard, to find these opportunities for you. I know without Get Haunted, I would have never probably had this opportunity, Danny.
No. And the thing is, too, like, without everybody else doing what they do within the network, there would be no Get Haunted without everybody else. Like, it is literally everyone coming together as a cohesive, lifting each other up. There's like being able to have that voice, to have your moment. It's all of you that make Get Haunted who Get Haunted is. And so thank you. And yeah, we wouldn't be here without everyone on the side, everyone that has been supporting and lifting and sharing everybody else out there. So
yeah, keep it up, keep doing it, keep being the good in the community, keep proving that the paranormal community is one of the best communities out there. I love seeing everybody jumping in with the hashtag I am Get Haunted. We're proud of that. But thank you guys so much. Danny, thank you for being my co-host, my host, my sister, my best friend, my everything when we're doing this together. I am so grateful to have met you and to have grown in this journey together. You've stood by me during some pretty bad times, ugly times. And I really, if I didn't have you, if I didn't have the support from the crew that we've gotten, I don't know that I would be sitting here tonight, but I am, and I am grateful. Thank you, Danny, so much, and giving me your time tonight. I kind of forced Danny here last minute. I'm like, hey, you want to go live with me? And she's like, okay.
Sure, let me look human in 5 seconds. Sarah Jane, I love you, and thank you for being my sister and for allowing me to be a part of this with all of you and helping lift everyone up. Oh,
yeah,
thank you. I appreciate you.
Oh, this is going to be fun, guys. This is sort of a kickoff for us for 2024. I think you're going to see some pretty amazing things. So stay tuned. And please, guys, whatever you have seen here, please grab your tickets to the Seekers of the Supernatural right there, October 28th at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. You're going to want to check this out. Get Haunted will buy 1 ticket. We're going to put that out on Facebook. I will also put something out on YouTube. D-Hoot, I don't know, D-Hoot, if you're going to come all the way from Texas, but we'll make sure everybody has an opportunity. Paranormally Blonde will buy a ticket for 1 lucky viewer. And so we'll Get Haunted. So we'll get 2 of you guys there to go check this out for yourself. Anything else that we can add, Danny?
Just thank you to everybody, and just keep doing what you're doing and find your passion and run with it. And we are here for you every step of the way. Just thank you.
We'll do our best. We will do our best. And if we can't do it, we will try to find you somebody that can. So guys, you know how this goes. Everybody on the side, we see you. We appreciate you and we love you. We really, really do. Please know that those words are truly true. We don't say that shit just to say it. We be it. We be it. We do it, folks. So we do love you. Yeah, we do it. We love you guys. So happy Friday night, everybody. Take a moment after this. Think some good thoughts. Breathe in some good stuff. Exhale the bad stuff. Don't get too connected to some of the things you might have felt. Remember that belongs there. It does not belong here. So as Adam said, cut your cords, do your thing. Danny and I are going to be doing some Reiki.
Yes, we will be.
Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of Reiki. We're going to do that for Rob as well, because we want to make sure he is safe. Guys, this weekend, there is the Ocean State Paracon. Please go check out our pages, because I am not in my head of where that is. I'm not 100% sure. It is called the Ocean State Paracon. I failed. I was trying.
I feel right
to
there with you.
cut-
It's near them. Wherever they are right now, it's near them.
There's some amazing folks that are going to be there. Rob gets to meet the wonderful Andrea Perron or Perrin,
Oh,
however
that's
people say that,
right.
in person. So he will be
You
able
better
to meet
remember
her.
to take a photo. Is all I'm saying.
He is going to. It's a thank you. Thank you, Mike Cronin. Thank you. Or Adam. I'm not sure which one it is. It might be Mike. It's in Rhode Island, folks, right there. So you've got some amazing people that are going to be there. I'm excited for Rob to be able to get in there and meet everybody that he hasn't met in person yet. We will bring you lots and lots of pictures, post. Harrisville, thank you, Brittany. See, look at that. If we can't get you the answer, the crew and the network steps right in. That's why we love you guys. That is why we love you guys. It's amazing. It's Mike Cronin.
Oh, hey, Mike.
Buddy,
What's up, man?
we adore you. Just know that I need to meet you in person.
He's a sweetheart. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we adore you. We adore you. So guys, thank you for joining us in this journey with us. This was quite an exciting night. I'm going to go eat myself. I'm going to get some nourishment in, and then we're going to
do that too, actually.
Yeah. So let's eat, Danny, and then let's connect energetically and get some Reiki in together. So thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you. And thank you, Danny. Love you. Guys, keep your eyes open on the pages. I'm sure we'll be having some information. And if there is an EVP that has been caught right there at the Warren Occult Museum, we will get that on the page for you all to hear. So
excited to hear about that.
So excited. So you guys have a great rest of your Friday night, and we will see you shortly.
Love you guys.
Bye.